Hi everybody, welcome back to another project using Christmas in the Country from Prima. And what we are making today are these two envelopes. They're cash envelopes, and we're going to make one that's very plain and simple, made from the pattern paper, and it just has a little magnet closure. And we used a couple of pieces of ephemera on that one. And then this one, which is fancy, so you can use it as a gift. You could tuck it, put some money in it and tuck it into the tree, or put it on a wreath, just whatever you wanted to do with that. And then this one also has a little magnet closure. Okay, and I did want to tell you that in the video, I'll explain to you that I got the template for these envelopes by going to the bank, getting some cash in the envelope that they give you at the bank, and then I opened up the envelope, traced it, and that was my template. I have drawn a simple template for you just in case you can't get one at the bank, and I will post a link to my blog where you can download that template. I do think the ones at the bank are probably better than the one that I made, only because I had to fit mine onto an 8.5 inch wide piece of paper. Would have been better if it could have been a little wider, but it's certainly usable and will be just fine for this project. Okay, so either go to the bank and get yourself a template, download one from the internet, or you can get one on my blog at the link down below. All right, let's get started. All right, let's get started. I will have shown you a preview of the finished envelopes by now, so I just wanted to show you where we were at. Okay, so as for a template, here's my template. This is actually an envelope I've been using, but I just ripped it open so I could use it as a template. I got this template by going to the bank and getting some cash, and they gave it to me in an envelope. If they don't give you yours in an envelope, you can always ask. And then I just carefully opened the sides, just like you see this one. It was originally like this, and traced around it on a piece of good sturdy cardstock, and that gave me my template. If your bank doesn't use an envelope like this, you can go online, search printable money envelope or something like that, and you will have so many to choose from. Decorated ones, plain ones, that you won't have any problem. Just get yourself a template. Like I said, I prefer the ones that I get at the bank, but if you want, you can download one. And so this is our template, and I did two versions. I used for one version, I'm going to use a sheet of cardstock, plain artisan cardstock, and a sheet of decorative paper, which is going to be my mats. The other one I traced directly onto the decorative paper. So you can see I did it like that. Okay. And the reason, well, there were two reasons I did it this way. This one is going to be a more plain envelope with fewer embellishments. And so the weight didn't matter too much, although the Prima paper is a good weight, but I didn't really have to worry too much about it supporting a lot of embellishment. So I did it this way. This one I'm going to mat. I wanted, this one we're going to embellish a lot, or at least some. And with the Prima papers, they're directional. This thing is going to fold, so inevitably part of this is going to be upside down. If you've got an all-over print that's not upside down, is not directional, you don't have to worry about it. But I didn't really want that on this one, so this one I'm going to mat. So let's just fold this one up first, and then we'll get to this one, because this is pretty straightforward. And you could use this for for Christmas. That's the point. I know a lot of families will make an envelope for each member of the family, put a certain amount of money in it, and that's how much you spend on their Christmas, so that would be great for that. You can make one for each member of the family. If you didn't have to make a Christmas, as you can see, I've been using this one for quite a while, and it's graphic 45 paper. If you use like the Dave Ramsey method, the envelope method of handling your cash, you could make a bunch of these. You could give gifts, cash gifts in them, whatever you wanted to do, and then The second one that we're going to make that I'm going to embellish more heavily, like for instance, these you could easily just throw in your wallet and or your bag and have them. The other one that I'm going to embellish more heavily, I was thinking more on the lines of tucking in a cash gift and putting it, maybe tucking it in the Christmas tree, or perhaps a wedding gift, something like that. Okay, so we cut out our template and lay it in your scoreboard. And you can see I've marked dark lines on my scoreboard, which makes it much easier to do this. And you're going to take the corner here and put it right on one of your marked lines, and then down here you're going to be on the same marked line and score. So you're going to score from this corner to this corner, and here to here, here to here, and here to here. That's your scoring. Okay, you're going to do the same on both. All right, and then you're going to fold this up like that, and these get folded to the inside. Just like that. And then this one gets folded down. Now, on the original envelope and the ones that you get from the bank, there is a slit here, and this little tab goes in the slit. I found that to be kind of a fussy thing to deal with. So what we're going to do instead is we're just going to put a little something in here with a magnet underneath it. Or actually, we're going to probably put it here so it doesn't interfere too much. And we'll just put a strip of paper or a piece of ephemera or something like that to hide that magnet. We'll see. Well, it may have to go there. We're going to have to play with it a little bit to see where the best place is. But in any event, that's all that it takes to make one of these, and you're done. If you've cut your paper directly out of your decorative paper, all you have to do is glue here and then decide on the magnet. So I think the best way, I'm trying to decide the best way to go about this magnet situation. Or we could just put, instead of a magnet, hang on. I've got my little box of ephemeras over here. Let's see, it's not going to be that one. This one's pretty. You could just put a piece of ephemera there and just tuck it, because that would not be a pain to deal with. Or it could go there with a magnet under it. I think that's probably what we're going to do, is put the ephemera on the outside with the magnet, because I really don't want the money or whatever you're putting in the envelope to interfere, or to have a problem with. Oh, that's perfect. To have a problem with the magnet. You don't want to be bumping the magnet. I think that is actually good. And then we need to put one here, and we can do something similar up there to hide the magnet, because we don't have any mats. On the other one we'll have mats to hide the magnet. This one we don't. And oh wait, here we go. Okay, that's it. Okay, so we're going to use those two pieces of ephemera and add the magnet. So we might as well do that and get this one done. Okay, so I'm going to put this magnet as close up as I can to the top, because we don't have a lot of leeway here. Let's see. Yeah. All right, let's grab some score tape. Let's see, I think I'll use the 1/4 inch. In retrospect, I probably could have cut this tab bigger, but it's fine. I'm putting that in the right place. going to put this. You know what? I feel like I should put this one down first, except that I want to hide this under here. This one is actually going on the outside. There. And then this is going to go on top. And then the other one is going to go there. Okay. That's stuck down, and excuse my nails, they are just a mess. Okay, there we go, perfect. Okay, so then this one, let's put like that. And you don't need to use magnets. I mean, you could close these with a ribbon or just a clip or something like that. I'm just looking to see how much glue I need. Okay. That. Okay, perfect. Okay, and then this one is going to go over this one, and again, it can overlap. It doesn't, you know, it doesn't have to be way down here. It's okay if it comes up a little. And I think that goes like that. Yeah. Figuring out where I want the glue. All right, I feel like I need a little dab of glue right there. Okay, so there's that. Perfect. And let's just glue the sides. And I'm being a little cautious with the glue because I don't want it to stick up above. So there's a plain little money envelope that you could throw in your bag, carry your Christmas money in. And again, you know, I made it a little fancy with the magnet, but you don't have to. You could use a little clip. You could use the method I used on this one, where I cut a slit. Let me open it so you can see. See, there's a little slit there. And what I did is I put a little bit on the inside. I put a little art glitter glue at each end of that slit to prevent it from, you know, tearing over time. And I reinforced it also with just a little bit of washi tape. Okay, but there's that. Really cute. Okay, now let's do our fancy one. Okay, so here's this. And let's go ahead and fold in the sides. Do that on this side as well to get them nice and flat. Okay, and this side gets folded up, and this side gets folded down. Okay, now on this one, what I did is I cut a piece to go here, and I'm going to put the magnet underneath it. So let me get some magnets. We'll just get that done first. It's a lot easier when you have the mats to deal with magnets. Okay. Alright, and this one I have a mat that's going to go here, so we might as well go ahead and do that. I'm not giving a lot of details, I realize, about like cutting the mats and on all that, because it really depends on, well, I didn't center that very well. It really depends on what envelope template you're using. But once you've got the envelope traced out and cut out, you can just go ahead, where's my ruler? Here it is. You can just go ahead and measure each section, the big ones, and cut those. You can just lay this on your decorative paper, cut it. That's how I did it. I put it on my decorative paper, traced around it, and then just cut slightly inside the line to make my mats. Very easy. Okay, there's that. That. Okay, and then this is going like that. Sorry, I just realized I'm off camera. Okay. And this doesn't have to go all the way down because it's never going to be seen. It's inside the envelope. Okay, let's see if I got that even. Yeah, that's pretty straight. Okay, and grab a baby wipe. Okay, and then this piece is going to go here, and I didn't bother to mat inside the little tab or even on the outside with that little tab. By doing it this way, I don't have to worry about the direction on the directional papers. Okay. Much easier to do the magnet like that. Okay, there. Okay, and then that folds in, and that folds up, and then that comes down like that. Okay, all right, and that's sticking up a little bit. We'll make sure we get that burnished well. Okay. Go ahead and open this up. Now be careful at this point. That's the top. This is the top because it is directional. And here's the piece that I cut for the here. And of course this is the one we're going to make much more decorative, perhaps as a gift, so you could leave the magnet out entirely and use a big bow or something like that to hold it closed. There we go. And then this one goes here. And you can see this one's upside down compared to that because it's going to flip up. And that'll make it right side up. Go ahead and put that further up. And even though this actually does have the magnet, we may go ahead and add some ribbon or bow or something just for decoration. Okay. And I didn't make mats for these two pieces. They're barely seen. Let's see, that's going to go like that, and that's going to come down, and we have a piece for here. And that's this piece here. Hang on. I just realized I have all this stuff probably sitting on camera. Cluttering up your image. And you can see, I think, that I cut all of these mats out of one sheet of the 12 by 12 that I had left, and I used a sheet of the artisan cardstock to cut the burgundy. Obviously that didn't take a whole sheet. If you can sort of plan ahead. I didn't have a whole lot of this left after I cut my mats. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's go ahead and glue the envelope, and then we'll decide about decorating. Okay, stuck my finger in the glue. There we go. There we go. Okay, so there's our little envelope, and this one is intended, as I said, to be more something that you would put on a tree. Okay, I've got that. Now I'm going to grab, let's see, we have all our little ephemeras. We have our beautiful girl we might use, but I don't think so, not on this. Cut out a few things. With the projects that we've already done, I've actually used up almost all of the flowers that I had. A couple of these are from my stash, which seems a little out of scale, but maybe not. We might want to go really over the top. That rose is pretty. And let's see what we have. Let's see, we have these are pretty, and of course we have Santa, and we have this wreath, which let's open the wreath. Kind of like that because it sort of echoes what's here, but doesn't hide what's there too much. You know what? Let's hang on. I'm just going to put this on its backing, or at least mostly on its backing for now, and we might. Thinking. Alright, I've got these little tiny roses as well as the poinsettias. Pull that off. Those are awfully small compared to that. How about these little poinsettias? All right, here's, I'm thinking, that, all right, hang on. I'm wondering if we put a piece of ribbon. Got to be careful because I don't want to. I can't really tie it around it because that would seal it shut, which we don't want. But having a ribbon under it is pretty. if we did that, hang on, if we did that, we would have to put something on the back to hide the ribbon ends. Or instead of ribbon, we could do something like this that we didn't have to hide. Where's that? There's a little chipboard one. Here it is. Similar effect. Yeah, there we go. Something like that. And then put our flowers. That. I don't want to hide that girl. I like the idea of a ribbon. I just don't see a way to do it without more trouble than it's worth, honestly, to be perfectly blunt. Okay, so if I did that, and then maybe add a little piece of ephemera like that. That's nice. Oh, we've got our little holly leaf here. I could go there like that. And at that point, now these little white ones might work because we have a few things to balance them. Or is that just too much? That's kind of pretty. Maybe bring that one in like that. And we've also got some crystals floating around that we could use, and some of that gold ribbon, such as we used on the tag. If you haven't watched the tag video, that's should have been posted by now. If I remember, I'll put a link. But speaking of tags, we also have this tag, or we could even make our own little tag. That could go underneath the whole thing. That's pretty. And I've got some of these little flowers that I made myself as well. Too much, definitely too much. Okay, let's see. All right, I think that's a good start. Okay, let's see. All right, I need to punch that little hole out and put something in that tag. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and glue everything down in this layout. Okay, I will be right back. Okay, so I went and got some crystals. I grabbed a little piece of the red, white, and green baker's twine that we'll use on that little tag. So I'm going to slide that out, and we're going to leave that arranged the way it was. So these two things are going to go on the bottom, like kind of like that. All right, so we're going to start with the tag, and then we'll put the ephemera and the die cut. So let's start with the tag, and I'm going to ink the edge. Make sure you can see. Actually, while I have that out, I'm going to ink this. And let's go ahead and just give this a little ink too. All right. And we're going to put, this is way longer than I need. I could have used the gold, which would look really pretty too, but I think I just felt like using this one. Go. Of course, if you intend to carry this in your purse to do your shopping, you're not going to add all this stuff. But I'm thinking this particular one would be something, like I said, that you would put, I'll put a little link on the back, that you would put money in and tuck it into the branches of the tree or something like that. Or you could even use it as a decoration. You don't have to put anything in it. You could tuck it into a wreath or something like that. That looks good. Okay, so we're just going to, oops, well, help take the pin out of the glue. There we go. And actually, you could even, if you weren't adding quite as much stuff as we are, you could use this as a tuck on the front of the envelope. All right, so let's do that right about there. And we're going to angle it fairly severely. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to do this right about there. Okay, and then this we're just going to put straight up and down right there. This is adhesive, but I'm still adding my own glue. I am using art glitter glue. And of course, this is another design team project for Country Craft Creations. The materials for this did come from there. And of course, you can get all of them there. I don't know how much of the collection is left. I know that Tamara just got more of it in. So hopefully there's still some of it left by the time that you see this. If not, you can make this with another collection. I know that there are lots of beautiful Christmas collections this year, and Tamara's got a lot of them at Country Craft Creations for you to choose from. And of course, any of them would work for this, or it doesn't even have to be Christmas. As I mentioned, if you use an envelope budget system, I mean, you're not going to fancy it up like this, but I'm using Fabri-Tac, which is, there we go. Okay, and we're just going to tuck that right down in the corner, and I'm smushing it a little bit. Okay, and then let's see, that takes a minute to dry. Fabri-Tac is not as quick drying as the art glitter glue. Tuck that one there. Do this one about there. Okay, I don't think that's at all where I originally had these. I think they were closer together. Oh well. Let's see, maybe move this one. Well, no, I really do want to move that. That's all right. Let's just move it. Put that more like that. There we go, that's better. And then this one up here. There we go. Big blob of glue there. There we go. Okay, that looks good. And then we're going to do one of these here, and one up there, and one down here, right? It's kind of a bit of a straight line. I want to put that a little further out, maybe. Or maybe put that one over there. Yeah, we'll do that, because we don't want it to look too much like a straight line of those little white roses. And I think these are my last 3 of this package. I need to go buy some more of these. I got these at Michael's last year, I think, but they've been so handy. I use them a lot, obviously, because there were a lot in the package and I've used them all up. This one out here, we'll tuck it under a little bit. There we go. That is pretty. Okay. And I feel like we need a little something something right there. Maybe, let's see what we got. Oh, we have this little guy. I think it's too big. Yeah. Oh, hello, dear. Looking to see what I have in the way of small ephemera. Which is not much. I have some beads and things that we'll use. Let's see what we got over here. Oh, we have this little butterfly. No, I keep coming back to this thing, but it's definitely too big. I would have had to have put it down before I glued all this other stuff. Oh, you know what? Let's look at some chipboards. There might be a little chipboard. There is a tiny little butterfly, and there's, let's see, there's this little 25. Let's see what that looks like. There's also that bow, but I don't think that would look very good. How about that? I kind of want something I can tuck underneath. That's a maybe. Let's see. Oh, we have this little guy, but again, I think I would have had to put that down before. I keep trying to use that. And we have this tiny butterfly. Yeah, okay, that's what we're going to use, is that little butterfly. Okay. Whoops, I forgot to put the top on my glue. I'm just going to tuck that right there. Perfect. Okay, yeah, that needed something right there. Got a little glue seepage, but it's all right. They dry clear. It dries clear, I should say. Okay, now we have our crystals. We're definitely going to use some of those. Let's see. Oh, we might want to use some of our, hang on, those little gold beads, just like we did on the tag. All right, let's see. Pull this over, because when I do I'm going to do the beads now. So I'm just going to put a dab of Fabri-Tac, assuming I have one. Now, there we go. I'm not putting this on my board. I don't know if you can see. I've got a little the clear acetate. The crystals are on, and I'm just going to take my tweezers, pick up my bead, dip that in a little glue, and then we're going to place that, let's see where, right there, well apparently right there, okay. Alright. I'm just going to put a couple of those together. Maybe with a silver. Yeah, let's do that. don't think these are real. I don't know if these are silver or just light gold, because they look kind of warm color for silver. There's that. That looks nice. And let's tuck a couple more in. Let's put one up under here. Whoop. Well, that's maybe a little far. Okay, keeps one. Oh, I know what. It's right on the edge of that chipboard, so it keeps wanting to fall. I'll just tuck it right there. I got that glued. Let's try that again. I got so much glue on this, on my tweezers, that it's sticking. Okay, I'm just tucking it up in there. There we go. All right. Oh, that looks good. All right, now crystals. Use this for that. That's covered. Okay, let's get that out of the way and decide what we want to do. I have some of these little clear ones, but I think I like these. That's good. Just sort of winging it here. Okay. And let's do a little gold one, maybe right at there. Whoop. Maybe there. That's good. And let's put right there. Yeah, whoops, I don't want that little gold one up there hanging out by itself. And just pulling that glob of. And you could also do it this way. Just put the glue on the surface and then add your crystal. There we go. That's pretty. And then, you know, we could add one of these tiny little clear ones right there. Yeah, whoops. Well, apparently we're going to. Okay. I've got to clean my tweezers. I've got so much goop on them. That's good. And let's see. Try to decide what I want to put down here. I think I'll put another red one next to that red one, so it's, or maybe on this side, so it's almost looks like a little cluster of sparkly berries. There. That's nice. And then maybe a white one. Or maybe one of these little clear ones. Yeah. Just like that. Okay, let's see. Let's see where we're at, if we need anything else. of these beads. I try to usually hide the little holes when I put the beads down, but I couldn't see what I was doing and I didn't on those, but that's all right. It looks all right. I think that's good. I don't think we need anything else. And of course, we don't really want to put anything on the back, although it's going to be tucked in the tree, but we want somebody to be able to open it and put the money in and out. So here we are with our finished money envelopes. We have our fancy envelope that you can tuck in your tree or use to decorate a wreath and put some money in for a gift. And then we have our more plain envelope, and you can make a bunch of these and take them shopping with you. Put your family member's name on it, or your children. You can make really cute ones. And then even after you've finished with your shopping, you can maybe tuck a little extra money in for the kids and give it to them, or use it just for your budgeting. So I hope you enjoyed this little project. It's quick, it's easy. I'm sorry, that's my cats in the background. It is quick and easy and useful and fun to make. So again, you can get the supplies for this at Country Craft Creations. You can get a template just by getting some money at the bank in an envelope, or just Google money envelope template, something like that, and you'll get one. But all I did was use the one I got at the bank and just traced it. All right, so thank you so much for watching. I don't know if I ever mentioned, if you haven't already just realized, this is Prima Christmas in the Country. The artisan cardstock is the burgundy. All right, and I did use the ephemera, the flowers. Everything's from Prima except a few things from my stash, like these little white flowers. So again, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you have, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. And please like, share, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next video. Bye-bye.